Hello again, book lovers of the internet. Welcome or welcome back to my channel, and welcome to the third video of the day. In this one, I am going to be reading for you some of my favorite passages from Tim Minchin's book, You Don't Have to Have a Dream, Advice for the Incrementally Ambitious. And I am also going to be showing you some of my favorite illustrations. So, the first part I wish to share with you is this one. It's part six in the first part of the book, and it's called Be a Teacher. So please be a teacher. Teachers are the most admirable and important people in the world. You don't have to do it forever, but if you're in doubt about what you do, about what to do, be an amazing teacher. Just for your 20s, be a primary school teacher, especially if you're a bloke. We need male primary school teachers. Even if you're not a teacher, be a teacher, share your ideas, don't take for granted your education, rejoice at what you learn and spread it. So, this one I found to be very, very important because I wish to become a teacher of English in the secondary school. So, it isn't completely applicable to me, but I still appreciate Tim Minchin's um, sentiment. Number seven is define yourself by what you love. And I think that's also very relevant. I'm going to read the page which delves into this. So I found myself doing this thing a bit recently where if someone asks me what sort of music I like, I say, well, I don't listen to the radio because pop lyrics annoy me. Or if someone asks me what food I like, I say, I think truffle oil is overused and slightly obnoxious. I see it all the time online, people whose idea of being part of a subculture is to hate Coldplay, or football, or feminists, or the Liberal Party. We have a tendency to define ourselves in opposition to stuff. As a comedian, I make a living out of it, but try to also express your passion for things you love. Be demonstrative and generous in your praise of those you admire. Send thank you cards and give standing ovations. Be pro stuff, not just anti stuff. I mean, I'm hoping that this is giving you a bit of an idea of what the book is about. The next part is number nine, Don't Rush, which I also found to be very relatable. You don't need to already know what you're going to do with the rest of your life. I'm not saying sit around smoking cones all day, but also don't panic. Also, a bit of a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference there, perhaps unintentional, but still, don't panic. Most people I know who were sure of their career path at 20 are having midlife crises now, which is brilliant to hear. Um, Next is page 60. Life will sometimes seem long and tough, and God, it's tiring. And you will sometimes be happy and sometimes sad. And then you'll be old and then you'll be dead. There is only one sensible thing to do with this empty existence, and that is fill it. Not fill it, fill it. And in my opinion, until I change it, life is best filled by learning as much as you can about as much as you can, taking pride in whatever you're doing, having compassion, sharing ideas, running, being enthusiastic. And then there's love and travel and wine and sex and art and kids and giving and mountain climbing. But you know all that stuff already. And there's this funny picture here. Um, RIP. And if you can't see it properly, it says, Who's the world going to revolve around now? The illustrations, as I mentioned in my previous video, are by Andrew Ray, by the way, if you'd like to look him up online. Then there's also um, probably one of my favorite illustrations of all time. Now, if you've been watching my videos a long time, you know that I love graphic novels, but this illustration here is perfect in every single way, and probably one of my favorites of the entire year. It's just that there is so much going on in one picture, and basically, what the text having to do with it says is, look, music is not magic to me. Being a musician is not particularly romantic. Songwriting is a craft you get better at by doing it over and over again, just like cooking or surgery or painting or sex or handstands. Our ability to make art that resonates correlates very closely to our experience in life. I'm back at authenticity now. We carry our scars and our defeats and our victories into how we express ourselves. We bring all our experience, all our hours, all our self loathing and self love into our craft. At least we should. And to me, this picture is particularly so funny because there are so many things happening at the same time. And mentions that songwriting has to do with doing the things you're passionate about over and over again. And in the illustration, everything is happening all at once. So the guy is basically maxing out all of his stats. And I found that to be extremely hilarious. So, yeah, I mean, several of the illustrations are brilliant. Um, they're very comedic and they tie into Tim Minchin's aura very, very well. Um, but the ones I showed you are probably two of my favorites. So I'm just flicking through to see if there's um, something else which strikes me as funny or um, qualifies for me to share with you. Basically, this is one of them, for instance, and the quote that goes along with it is, "Happiness is like an orgasm. If you think about it too much, it goes away." I mean, most of this advice is very, very relatable, and I seem to know um, about the way Minchin's mind works already. I seem to follow a very similar philosophy. So while I found this book to be very, very um, interesting, it wasn't particularly helpful, but it was hilarious. So I think Minchin did a good job, regardless of whether he could change my life or not, with a non-fiction book, a bit of an autobiographical book as well, but I'm pretty sure that he has much more to write about his own life, and he does still have quite a lot of life ahead of him. But those are my favorite passages and my favorite illustrations from You Don't Have to Have a Dream by Tim Minchin. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out the rest of my content because why not? It's absolutely amazing. The previous video, by the way, I shared all of my thoughts about this book already. So make sure to take a look at that one if you want to listen to me speak more about Tim Minchin's work, which is very, very recent. And yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next one, hopefully, very, very soon. Bye, guys.